Hello. Waiting for some people to come into the room. Make sure I got my sound right. All right. Hold on. Let me get this together. All right. Feel like my voice is not loud enough on this. All right. You turn me up in my headphones. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. That sounds a little bit better. All right, I'm gonna wait a couple minutes. Let the people come on in the room. It's nice out, so I don't know how many of y'all actually in the house. But if y'all are, y'all need to tune in here. But if y'all not in the house, that means y'all getting a little bit of this soft life together ASAP. And I appreciate that for you. So get in tune. All right. Well, I'm about to play some tune for y'all real quick. I don't know if they're going to shut me off with it. I'm going to just do the instrumental version because I don't want them to, you know how YouTube like to do. Forget about your worries, cause tonight just tryna have a good time. What? Hello, I don't know who just stepped in the room, but hello. Hey, Miss. Oh, she said good morning. Who gave me the angry face? I don't know who just gave me an angry face. Miss Denise, you know you just gave me the angry face on your thing. I think you meant to change that to a love. So I'm gonna let you go ahead and change that to a heart instead of an angry face. Please and thank you. I hope you ain't mad at me today. We out here trying to live the good life. The good life. I said it is getting nice out, so the peoples is out in these streets doing what they do. Don't you worry. Hope everyone had a good day. So far, a good work day. It is Monday, so we know that could be a real crazy, hectic day for people. I'm glad it popped up on YouTube, on Facebook immediately, because it be acting up on the YouTube, on the Facebook. All right, I'm going to give it 2 more minutes. And then we're going to see what it's hitting for. All right. Get your drinks, get your sips, because this is going to be a nice chillaxing. We trying to figure out how to relax ourselves in this busy, hectic life and schedule that we all have created for ourselves in this era. I don't have nothing with me. I got my water. Stay hydrated. Thank you, Ms. Denise. You take it to a heart. Appreciate it. All right. All right, I'm about to get started, and whoever get in here, get in here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's turn off the tunes, and here we go. So, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. What is going on? It's your girl, JL Diamond, coming through with another episode of A Black Girl's Thoughts in Haiku form, the Women's History Month edition. Now, today we are going to be talking about the soft life. What does that mean? Discussing what success looks like to us personally, and also trying to figure out that work life balance that we all have a little bit of issue doing, no matter what type of job we got, even these retirees out here. You feel me? So, as always, I start with reading the poem that inspired this episode. So, if you don't have the book, first of all, if you don't have the book yet, that's already a problem. So we're gonna put that out here like that. All right, never an angry face for you. Thank you. Hi, Mama. Hi, Miss Vanessa. All right, so we are gonna get this started, and the poem haiku goes as follows: It's a hard knock life. The soft life's accessible. Reprogram yourself. And the reason this poem came to me is because last year, as a lot of you know, I did quite a bit of traveling. I was out in the streets and I was enjoying life, and I was also getting work done. And in that moment, I realized that the soft life didn't mean you disregarded your responsibilities. The soft life means that you found a balance between the two. So, really quickly, before we go into anything, I want to show a scene from The Best Man Final Chapters. If anybody didn't watch The Best Man Final Chapters, well, spoiler alert, because it's from the last episode. If you've seen it, it was a great show, and they need to get a season two. However, in this Best Man Final Chapters, Jordan is a workaholic. And to her own detriment, she ignored her health. She ignored her desire to possibly have a child, and even trying to have a genuine connection and relationship with someone was a bit of an issue. So everyone around her was trying to tell her that she needed to figure it out, and she didn't want to listen to anybody until it was getting too late and she finally had to get some rest. So I'm going to play a clip when she finally came to the decision that she was going to change her mind. Okay. Oh, wait. Did y'all not see any of that? Hold on. Did y'all miss all of that? I think y'all missed all of that. Hold on. Please tell me y'all didn't miss that. Did y'all miss that? Did I not share it properly? Y'all miss it? Okay, we gonna run it back. I am so sorry. I told y'all I am new to this, but I will eventually be true to this. Okay? So, apologies, and I'm about to bring it back for y'all. And we gonna do this one more time. Okay. 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 All right. So tell me that went through this time, please, because y'all didn't tell me it didn't. Y'all saw all of that? Tell me, did y'all see it? Did y'all hear it? Yes, yes, no. I'm not gonna play it again if y'all didn't hear it. No sound. Lord have mercy. All right, we gonna figure that out. I wish y'all would have told me that earlier. Okay, got it. We gonna figure that out. Point is, in that scene, she was a workaholic, and everyone was coming at her, asking her, "What do you want us to do? What do we need to do? What do we need to do?" And she just simply said, "I have to go." And she left, and she put herself on the checklist of taking care of herself. Like I said before I played the clip, she was having health issues. She was neglecting her desire to want a child and even have a relationship. And now she realized that although work is her passion, although she loved doing all those things, she didn't have a balance in her life, and it was becoming detrimental to her soul, her spirit. So, first, I want to explain or understand why we are even wired this way. Like, we're in a time where everybody wants to get multiple streams of income. We are in a time where we're all trying to live up to what social media is deeming perfection. And we are in silent competition with some people. People don't even realize that we're looking at their life and trying to one up them, and they don't even know who we are. Okay? But this is just the life that we are living in. Everybody wants to be an influencer, everybody wants to be popular with the least amount of work, right? So when that happens, people become workhorses, and they're not necessarily living purposefully. They're just working to work. There's really no productivity. So, yes. So that's what I want to go into. Denise, you said self-care is essential. There's a lot of people that don't like the term soft life because they feel like soft life is in essence telling people you could just live life la di da, have fun, and you don't have to worry about anything else. That, in fact, is not true. The truth is, soft life is more about balancing, understanding when to say yes and when to say no, i.e., another form of self care. And that can be in whatever way that you deem fit, right? So it's creating boundaries. If your job is a 9 to 5 and you find yourself working till 10 p.m., that's a problem. And you're going to have to find a way to soften that for yourself, right? If you are someone who, we got retirees in the building, if you are retired and you find yourself needing to do something and you're working, remember you're retired for a reason. Enjoy the soft life, travel, make sure you have a balance in what you're doing, right? So I understand that there are seasons. Hi, Miss Rita. How you doing, Auntie Rita? I understand there are seasons where we do have to work hard and we do have to sacrifice. And there is no going to travel. There is no spending money to buy a new outfit for yourself. I respect that. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is when it comes to the point that you're being a workhorse. And if I dare say, the trope of the strong black woman is that you're constantly working. You're working at your 9 to 5, you're working at your job. I mean, you're working at home, you're working in your community, you're trying to be there for friends and family, and you're last on the checklist. And we deem that okay. Matter of fact, there are some of us who, if we are not being productive, feel like we don't have any meaning in the world. That it's hard to just be. That if we're not producing something, that we no longer are of value to people. And again, that is not to say that we shouldn't be walking in purpose. That is not to say that we shouldn't find ways to add value to our community. But you should not be defining who you are by how much you are able to produce. I personally had this problem and I didn't realize it until I was always looking for another project. Always. Like if I finished doing music, I had to go start figuring out how to do dance. And I was like, why is it a problem for me to just sit still? Why is it a problem for me to just be still? And I realized it's because I defined myself by the things I was doing. If I'm not a dancer, then what am I? If I'm not a writer, then what am I? In essence, it almost was like just being Lisa wasn't enough, right? I had to keep producing something and creating something. And I was like, are you doing this out of the joy of producing or just to be busy? And so I don't want us to get into the space of feeling like if you're just working all the time, you're doing good. What I want you to understand is success is relative. And no, it's always good. Okay, so Miss Vanessa said it's always good to keep busy. That's true. But the issue is, oh, hide that. But the issue with always keeping busy is if it's just busy, right? Be busy work. There's no real value in it. It's just you feel like you need something to do. I was at a friend's house. It was her birthday weekend. And she wasn't feeling well. Her brother had took the kids out the house. She was sitting there. She had called out of work a few hours early just so that she can enjoy her birthday time. And while we're sitting there talking, she just started cleaning. And I was like, I thought you said you were tired. She said, I know. I just feel like I need to do something. Like me just sitting still feels uncomfortable. And that's how we've been taught that sitting still is uncomfortable. And that's part, okay, I'm about to take it somewhere else. Sitting still is where a lot of clarity comes. Sitting still is where a lot of answers we're seeking comes. And if you're someone that can't sit still because you need to always find a way to keep yourself busy, you may be missing out on ways or things that you're looking for to have clarity on. That speaks volumes. Like those people probably don't know how to meditate. Those people probably have issues just sitting in the room, just silent, without looking around and being like, oh, that picture's out of place. Let me go fix that right now. Like there's always something. So I'm not knocking working. I work. I do work. I do stuff after work. I do community activism, all that. But what I also do is travel. I put boundaries around what time I'm going to work. I tell people no. if I don't want to do something or want to commit to something, those are things that create a soft life. Not doing anything. It's creating boundaries around your self-care, right? So part of the reason people are also afraid of the soft life is because of this word success. Now, success has been deemed, we used to all have our own personal goals, right? We had our own idea of what success is. Now we have taken society's ideologies of what success is, and we have decided to look at our life and put the barometer on our life based on millions of people's different ways of living. For instance, I was I am, you know, grown woman. Y'all know my age. If y'all watching, if you don't, well, I am a grown woman. I don't have any children. I don't have a husband. I travel, I work, and I pretty much do whatever I want to do, right? Now, I've had women who are married, who are around my age, and who have children look at me and feel like I must not feel like I have a successful life because the element of a husband and child is missing. And so now I have to explain to people that your definition of success is not mine. Okay? You don't know what I desire for my life. So you cannot put your barometer on what makes you happy on what must make me happy. And if I don't have it, i.e., I'm not happy, right? And when we start doing that, sometimes we put ourselves in situations that we don't even want to be in because this is what they said success looks like. People who are really centered in themselves can go live in the jungle, living off of wild oats and berries. And for them, that's success because their definition of success was finding peace. Finding a way to not have to depend on, technology in the world. And that's success. They've found what they love and achieved it. And so that's what I want to push to people, that when you're working hard, pay attention to why your work is so hard. Is it for a success that you desire or a success that people have told you is what you're supposed to do? Right? It's great to want to be an entrepreneur. It's great to want to pick up all these different goals and say, oh, I want to start my business. But why are you starting the business? Are you starting the business because when you go on Instagram and go on Facebook, everybody is an entrepreneur and everybody is looking like they're quote unquote successful, right? So now you feel out the loop and you're like, I gotta join. Is my lighting? I don't know how I feel about my lighting. Okay. So now, oh, that's better. So now you feel out the loop and you are embarking on a journey that you don't even want because you're looking at what other people consider success. You don't know if that was their calling. You don't know what their purpose is. You just want to fit in, right? So that is definitely a neglect of a soft life because you are not defining your own personal success. When you start letting society lead you, you're going to mess up. Maybe you don't want a six-figure job where you get all of it, where everything is in the corporate life and deemed by money. Maybe you're perfectly happy doing something else as long as you can sustain a living and you have the freedom to go do all these other things you want to do, right? That works for you. So do what, as Vanessa Smith said, and Most Are Not Happy, do what makes you happy. And I'm not here to say married people with children are not happy. It's not what I'm here to say. I mean, y'all living a life, so y'all know what it is for y'all. Um, but I just want people to understand that everybody has their own version of success. Like, I always enjoy watching women, and when I say enjoy, I'm being sarcastic. When women are trying to compete and trying to make another woman feel bad, and they're like, I got this car, I got this house, I got this man. And it's like, but honey, I don't want none of that. You cannot you cannot entice me with something I don't care about. And that's the problem. We keep thinking that what we want for our lives is what everybody else must want. And that's just not the case, people. So let people live their lives how they want to, i.e., Ashanti, Tracy Ellis Ross. I see a lot of commentary. I didn't even mean to go here with this soft life conversation, but since I'm in this moment, let me just hit it real quick. I have seen a lot with Ashanti, who's 40 plus year old. Every picture you see her, she's on a beach somewhere. I see Tracy Ellis Ross, who y'all know is Diana Ross's daughter. Y'all remember her from Girlfriends. She has no husband. And she's just, chilling, living her life. And I don't think she has children. No, she doesn't have children. You have Maya, who's a singer, who's 40 plus. Same deal. And there are people that saying, oh, this woman, there must be something wrong with her, that she has not been snatched up by a man. And I just want the people to understand that if you are defining a woman's success by if a man is standing by her, I feel sorry for you. I feel sorry for you. I'ma just go on and say it. If you're defining a woman's success by if a man is standing next to her, I feel sorry for you. And I want that to marinate the next time y'all trying to shame a woman for whatever age she is and you feel she don't have a man, and maybe you do. Just saying. But that's neither here or there with the soft life conversation. So the next part of it is work-life balance. How do we get to that work-life balance? If you are making progress, it matters. Okay? A lot of time people feel like success is your destination. Success is happening along the way all the time. And part of living a soft life is having an attitude of, say it with me, gratitude, right? So when you have an attitude of gratitude, you realize that I appreciate where I am and I appreciate where I'm going to be, but I'm not anxious for either situation. I'm just moving as I should at the pace that's comfortable for me, right? Work-life balance means you don't just work, because when all you do is work, there is you miss out on family and friends, you miss out on positive events, you miss out on fulfilling your spirit. There's when you're working, you know why you're tired? Because your, your spirit has been drained by dealing with other people's demands, by dealing with working and feeling robotic. And even when you're doing what you love, you still need to take a step away and make sure that you are communicating with your tribe and your circle, because there's something about just sitting with people that you love, or if it's traveling, seeing other places, and understanding that your life is not just this bubble. Let me tell you something. When I was in my 20s, my mom used to always try to make me travel. And I was like, I can't. I got bills. And she was like, girl, them bills are going to be there. You better go on and book that trip. And I was like, nah, I'm not going to, do that right now. I need to focus. And then, like, I finally took a trip. I think it was a 2-week cruise, and it was over. It was over. The bug had hit. I understood why she said just go ahead and travel, because you start thinking that the world is this small bubble you live in, that the world is this small corner you live in, and you miss out on so much that the world has to offer, the people, the culture, the things that can make you a well-rounded human being. Like, it's amazing, just social interaction with people. It's amazing the things that you can learn from people when you just take time to just sit and appreciate the things around you. Now, on the flip side of that, when all you do is play, there is also an element of character building that you miss, right? Um, when you don't have vision, when you don't have purpose, when you're not working hard at something, you you lack what is needed for you to appreciate the soft life and the times that you take out for yourself. Because most of us don't appreciate things unless we've had to work hard for it. And if we don't have to work hard for something, then we're likely not to appreciate it. And that's why the work life, the hard work, soft life, they go hand in hand. So I don't want people to feel like, get turned off that when they hear, oh, I'm living a soft life, that means I'm just sitting, getting my nails done, sitting on my couch, eating bonbons all day like Peggy Bundy. That's not happening. What's happening is I'm setting boundaries. Yes, self-fulfillment. I'm setting boundaries. I am allowing myself to be grateful in what I'm doing right now and where I'm at in life right now. And I'm taking a minute to analyze my life. That's another problem. A lot of us just keep working, 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 and we don't know if it's working because we haven't sat back and said, okay, let me reassess. You know how they say, like, every certain amount of time you should reassess your friend group, because sometimes friends have overstayed their welcome and you may not realize it because you're just used to them having them in your circle. And so you don't realize that it may be time to move some things out and move some things in. Well, that's the same thing when you're a workaholic or when you're constantly on a go or when you're constantly busy. You don't realize I'm moving, but am I still in the same space I was a year ago? I'm just running in place. You don't want to be running in place. There's nothing like somebody saying that they've been grinding and I don't see not an inkling of progression. That means you didn't stop, analyze what's happening, and say, do I need to shift my approach? So that's why also boundaries of taking your time is useful and helpful, because we need to always be reassessing our life and figuring out what's working, what's not working, what is time for us to shift, and what is time for us to move. Okay? And what is time for us to get rid of. Okay? So I implore you guys, if you have I'm not saying that anything is to come easy. That's not what soft life means. Soft life doesn't mean things come easy to you. Soft life doesn't mean don't do no work. Soft life simply means find a balance. All right? That's all it means. And the reason it's important is because it will let you know what you need to change. It will let you get some self-healing, cleansing, replenishing. And it's just fun. Like, who doesn't want to just go get their nails done? Who doesn't just want to relax on the couch? And I just want to share this really quick. So I had a friend, have a friend, and a few weeks ago, she was we were supposed to go do something for her birthday. And she reached out to us. She said, "Oh, I got to cancel the plans. I end up having to be in the hospital." So she's like, "I'm going to the hospital now." So we like, yo, keep us focused. And yo, the younger, we are burning ourselves out, young people, especially young women who are mothers, who are wives, and who are 9-to-5ers. Y'all are killing yourselves, right? So this soft life idea almost feels disrespectful when I say such a thing, right? So, but I want to say this. So we're with her in the conversation in the group chat, making sure, step by step, what is the doctor saying? She said something about dehydration, all these things that just is a clear indication she had not been paying attention to her health, right? She has twins, she has a husband, she has a lot going on, and she's my age. Okay? So I respect that I don't live that life, but also I don't I know that there has to be a way to balance it. So we all met up, we went to hang out, and she was driving me to go home. And I was talking to her about it, and I was like, yo, you gotta find a way. And I said, you know what? We gonna pray about, and she was like, I hate asking my mom or whatever to help me, but I really, they just swooped in and helped my parents, whoever, her tribe came together. And she said, you know what? I'm gonna pray that I can figure out how to find this balance or how to handle it. So I said, let me ask you a question. So did everything get done while you were bedridden? She was like, yeah, everything got done. So I said, oh, so God did answer you. God directly showed you that if you can't do something, it's going to get done one way or another. And she was like, yo. And sometimes we are looking for God to give us this big, full, complete sentence and answer about how to solve our problems. And in the pain, he has given you the solution. He said, God said, look, if you keep neglecting yourself, this is what's happening to you. But notice that everything you were afraid would fall apart still got done. So I want those people who are dealing with responsibilities that they just for sure feel like they cannot put down. Yes, you can. You can. It may take strategy. It may take effort. It may take you tapping into your tribe and saying, hey, please, can you watch my child for whatever amount of time? Even if you hate doing it, it may take that just for you to have a little bit of time. Shout out to one of my church members, Brother Ronald Johnson, never misses a day of church. But he missed a day of church last Sunday because he was on grandfather duty. His daughter needed him, and he stepped in. Your tribe is there to help you for those people who are struggling with high level responsibility. Okay? You got to find a way, or else how are you going to take care of anything if you can't take care of yourself? Create those boundaries. Learn when to say no. Ask for help. And this is something, I'm just going to say it. Women, specifically Black women, don't like to do. We don't like to ask for help at all. We hate the strong Black woman trope, but we live in it and walk in it all day. My mama is a main example. And I'm an example because of my mama. Her back is hurting. Her leg is hurting. Here, let me help you. I got it. I do the same thing. And so I learned when somebody, okay, go ahead. You got it. Thank you. Like, we do it so much innately that we don't even realize that we don't allow ourselves to be helped. As women, we are the backbone of everything and everybody, and feel like there's no room for us to be helped. So there is some truth when people want to come at us about that strong Black woman conversation or that strong independent woman conversation. There has to be a balance of allowing people, your partner, your helpmate, to do things for you, to be there for you, to be soft, to sit in your feminine. And when I say sit in your feminine, I don't mean damsel in distress. So one of the things about the word soft, right, when you think of women, is just being. They say to operate in your masculine is to do. To operate in your feminine is to be. So, with that being said, this is how I can easily help y'all learn how to get into y'all soft life. Know when to do and know when to just be. That's it. Just sit. Just sit. You don't have to do nothing extra. You don't have to prove your worth to anybody. You don't have to run on this whatever you think is success is. And if you don't reach that, then you're worth nothing, that you're not valuable. That's craziness. But we find value in just constant busyness. And that's not the case. You should be busy with purpose. That's a different thing. Busy with vision. That's a different thing. Okay? Not busy because of what everybody else is doing. Let me jump in on a bandwagon. That's a different story. Okay? So that was the soft life conversation. Now, what I have done is in the chat just now, I put the restream. I'm going to keep it there for a few minutes. If anybody wants to hop on, you can click that link right there and I can put you on if you have anything to add to the conversation. Again, only going to be up here for a few minutes. So if I don't see or if somebody don't log in, then we Gucci. All right. So I hope this helped someone today. I hope that y'all got into it. And I hope that y'all got the book. All right. If y'all don't have the book, there's a problem. There's jewels dropping, information hitting, reflection selfing. I need y'all to get on it. A Black Girl's Thoughts in Haiku form. And while y'all at it, if y'all don't got Spirit of a Woman, y'all need to get into it. And if also y'all got that, y'all need to get Out of My Head, the trilogy, okay? It's a whole trilogy going on at design2create.org. All right? So now, I don't see anybody that is asking to be on it. So we about to wrap this party up. And if y'all are enjoying this, let me know. Thank you. Yes. I appreciate you. Book is awesome. Finished it in 20 minutes. Loved it. And yes, 20 minutes. You're asking how 20 minutes? Because it was a haiku. All right. So that's the amazing thing about it. You can take your time also and reflect on it, because there are a lot of things that, you know, when you read it from the surface is good, but when you sit and reflect on your life, it hits even deeper. And that's why I wanted to do this, because I feel like sometimes, specifically with poetry, if you're not a poetry reader, you don't really sit in the underlines and the under meanings of what the weight of the poem is about. So doing this haiku and everything is something that helps you guys, if you have the book, to be like, oh, now I get it. It hit a little bit different, right? Okay. So I'm wondering, should I double up on 2, or y'all good with the once a week? Because Women's History Month, we got one more week. I don't know. I might just leave it to one more, or I might give y'all another one this week. If y'all want another one this week, let me know in the chat. If not, I'll just come back next week. All good. Because I know some of y'all are out here trying to live this soft life. The weather got nice. Y'all want to be out in these streets, and I do not begrudge you. Okay? Have a good time. I appreciate everyone that tuned in. Don't forget, purchase the book and the merch at design2create.org. Oh yeah, this is Bible study and listen. Okay, so I'm not even gonna do it because unless I do it Thursday, but I don't know. So if not, I'll just be back with y'all on Monday. All right. But I appreciate y'all coming through, and I'm gonna figure out how to do that sound. So next time we all on one accord, so y'all can hear the sound and we could get it popping. Till in the meantime and in between time, enjoy the haikus of your life, ladies and gentlemen. And remember, create those boundaries, learn when to say no, and live the way life is supposed to be meant to be lived. In gratitude, because that's what it's all about. And with that, I'm about to give y'all my outro intro. See y'all on the flip side, ladies and gentlemen. I hate when a good I hate when my outro don't hit. Anybody ever try to do a grand exit in real life and mess it up? You mess up your grand exit? Cause that's what I just did. I just messed up my grand exit and I don't appreciate it. I just messed up my grand exit and I don't appreciate me right now. I had a nice exit. I said my nice outro and then I messed it up. So we gonna do this one more time. I'm glad y'all learning about haikus. This is what it was all about. And we're going to keep learning because in April, I'm probably going to keep it going. Just not just on the women's history. We're going to keep doing more. And Spirit of a Woman is coming back with a Spirit of a Man. So stay tuned on that, all right? I got a whole lot of things in store. I just got to get it going. And I'm going to try this one more time with this outro. Sexy.